Let's talk about why I think LinkedIn is quite possibly the single worst way to get coaching clients right now. See, here's the thing. A lot of coaches really believe LinkedIn is the best place to get their clients because of the profiles, right? You can see what they've done. You can like niche right down to job titles. Usually, for the most part, people on LinkedIn, they have jobs. So that means they probably are qualified to pay for your coaching services in the most cases and so on and so forth. On paper, LinkedIn looks perfect. And understand, I have 9,600 connections on LinkedIn. So what I'm telling you about, I have done and I know extremely well. However, I want to talk to you about 4 reasons why LinkedIn is probably the single worst way you can get coaching clients right now. And I'm going to talk to you about a better way. So stay to the end. Reason number 1 is what we call intent, interest, and positioning. Okay, so here's what you got to understand. You need people who are committed versus interested. And the general strategy, if you're not familiar right now on LinkedIn, is you get a tool or a virtual assistant in a third world country or something like that who can work for cheap. They come on LinkedIn, or the tool goes on LinkedIn, it crawls LinkedIn, it connects with people. Once those people accept your connection request, it sends them a message. Hey, I'm Jason. Why don't you? I got this free thing. Are you interested in talking or whatever? Right? And it tries to create a conversation, and then you take over, or your virtual assistant takes over from there. And so you're constantly doing that. Here's the problem: just because they are your ideal client avatar, say women 45 plus trying to overcome their midlife crisis and find their purpose in life, which is a great niche, obviously, but it doesn't mean they want your help, or that doesn't mean that's who they are. So you're just targeting any random person who has a pulse, who is 45 plus, a professional who works in a job, right? And so what you're doing is you're getting interested but uncommitted people. You do not know the commitment level. None of them have raised their hands and said, yeah, I'm sick of this career, I want something else. Of course there are a lot who do or whatever, but a lot of them are there because they're trying to climb the corporate ladder, and that's why they're on LinkedIn, to network and build their resume and all the stuff LinkedIn's there for. So you're first of all targeting people who are not even remotely interested. You have no idea. So you're completely wasting your time. The second problem with this is, and this is still number 1, is your positioning as a coach. You are reaching out to them. You are going to them and you are trying to build a relationship, and then you're pitching them something, okay? That's not what experts do. If you're so good at what you do, you don't do that kind of thing. That is cheesy. It doesn't come off real authentic, and it's a really hard way to establish some sort of authority that you're the expert when you're doing that. Also, it makes people mad when you're like, hey, are you sick of your career, midlife crisis, all that kind of stuff? And they're like, what are you talking about? I just became partner in this accounting firm. I'm happy. This is awesome. You see what I'm saying? So just from that aspect, it's a bad idea. Now, number 2, the second thing is it's an extremely slow process, because if you're using the software, you've got to it's very cautious. It doesn't get your LinkedIn account shut down. So you can't do a lot of these invites and connections and stuff per day. The second thing, if you're doing it yourself, you're limited to how many connection requests you can do in a day. And so either way, you're basically spamming LinkedIn, or not you, but coaches doing this. You're limited and you're wasting all your time targeting people who aren't even interested. You don't even know. Who knows, right? The problem also with this is you can easily get your account restricted very like that. You got to remember, you're dealing with Microsoft. I know Microsoft doesn't have the best reputation, but they've still built a lot of software, right? Microsoft owns LinkedIn. They bought them, I think, in 2018. And so when you've got some little sneaky piece of software from a Chrome plugin or something like that, you really think Microsoft can't figure that stuff out? Okay, I've had my LinkedIn account restricted multiple times using this strategy. This is how I built 9,600 connections. But I did it in 2018 when that strategy actually worked. See, the more things change, the more things stay the same. And I feel bad for coaches who I talk to all the time, every week, are like, yeah, I'm using this new LinkedIn strategy. It's so cool. And they don't know. I'm like, are you kidding me? That was around in like 2016. That was good. That was a new strategy. Okay. And then I used it in 2017, 18, 19, so on and so forth. Okay. And I was making 20 to 30,000 a month off that strategy when it actually worked real well. I had my LinkedIn account shut down and banned, and it was crazy. Couldn't connect with people. I got it all back. But anyways, my point is it's slow and it doesn't work. Now, I want to pause here for a second. If you have not had our free Skool client success call on how to scale your coaching business, on what to do, click the link in the description of this video or in the pinned comment. And click that, head over to our Skool community, or the link, and book your call. On this 15-minute call, we're going to help you, show you what to do, best way to get clients right now, how to scale your ads, what's working right now, how to get your messaging fixed so you can actually find clients up money. And there's nothing to buy. Don't bring a credit card. There's absolutely nothing to buy. It's about a 15 to 20 minute, depending on how long the call goes. And we're just going to look at your stuff, and it's super duper important. We've done literally hundreds of these calls. And it's the best way to help you figure out what to do, because look, success leaves clues, right? And if you're not having your best month right now, why? Okay, it's because you are missing something. And we want to show you what to do, what's working right now. And we've done this hundreds of times. We know what's happening in the industry, what ad strategies are working for your niche, what pricing is working, scaling strategies, all that stuff. So book that call. It's free. Plus, we're going to unlock some extra bonus training in our Skool community that we usually only give to clients, okay? Click the link, put it in a new tab so you don't forget. Now, number 3, the third reason doing this strategy is a disaster. The reach on LinkedIn is terrible. What does that mean? So I've got like 9,600 connections, right? So one of the benefits is you get these connections, and now you can post stuff on your newsfeed, right? And they'll see it. My reach, so I just post YouTube videos and links and stuff. Like this video will probably eventually make it over there. And it'll be a link to it and say, hey, I got this great video. Maybe not this one. You don't want to talk about why LinkedIn's terrible on LinkedIn, because people might get offended. But I'll put a video up, and I might get 50 people see my average post per 9,000. So what's that? Like, that's just horrific. 50 people. It's horrific. The reach is absolutely astronomically terrible on LinkedIn. Okay? And so it's just a bad strategy. I don't like it at all. I hardly use it. Now, there's a fourth problem. Okay? So let's talk about the fourth problem. LinkedIn has an ads platform. And in my opinion, I think it's the worst ads platform on the internet. You can target, by income and all these, you can target tons of amazing stuff. But the problem is it doesn't have the artificial intelligence that Facebook has. Because here's the problem. Remember we talked about intent? And that's why you want to use Facebook ads and scale with ads. Because when you target an audience of, say, 1 million people on Facebook, Facebook is able, if you use it right, to find the people who are most likely to buy, okay? Based on intent. What are they doing? Are they similar to the buyers? Are they clicking on things and stuff like that? With the LinkedIn stuff, they haven't changed it in like a decade. It's horrible. And so you got to be careful with all these things. So these are the biggest 4 strategies. It looks good on paper. There's all these little software tools. You can get virtual assistants and stuff like that to help you. In my experience, the only people I know who claim to make money off or get clients from LinkedIn are the gurus running ads on Facebook on how they succeed on LinkedIn. Think about that for a second, okay? I'm sure people are succeeding at it, but again, I've never seen a skilled model that works. I've talked to a lot of coaches who use it, and it's not working. Your best bet is Facebook ads. I have yet to see a market that hasn't really worked better on Facebook than on LinkedIn, especially if it's a business market. Business people are on Facebook, and quite frankly, in my opinion, they're easier to reach because the artificial intelligence on Facebook ads can find intent, and they're able to find the people within your audience who are more likely to take action based on all the things they're doing. All right, so you're trying to scale your coaching business. Click that link, book a 15-minute Skool onboarding call so we can help you, show you what to do, what's working now. Because listen, if you're not having record months, there's a reason. There's a strategy problem. It's not that you're not doing what you know you need to do. You're probably super hardworking. You're probably doing your best. So you're not doing what you don't know you need to do. And the stuff you don't know is what's going to keep you where you are. That's the bottom line. You can be the hardest working coach out there and have like 2 clients a month. Because you're doing the things that you know you need to do, but there's a whole other angle out there of what you don't know. And we want to help you on that call to show you what's happening in the industry, what's working right now, what we're seeing, what's the best practices for client strategies, ad strategies, all this kind of stuff. So click that link below the video, book in, and if you're not in our Skool community, there's a link below that to get in the Skool community. All right, so in my opinion, I would not waste my time or spend much time on this LinkedIn stuff. The best way to get clients off LinkedIn, let me tell you, is this. What you do is you get clients off, you get people off your Facebook ads into your funnel and stuff like that. And then when you're on your email list, you can send them an email and get them to follow you on LinkedIn. Now they're on LinkedIn, and you can just create content to build a relationship with them. And then in that case, you can DM them, and you can try and get them on a book call or something like that, because they connected with you, right? And so now there's a bit of a different relationship, you know what I'm saying? It's so when you message them and be like, hey, I see you connected with me. What kind of situation are you in? Are you looking to fix your anxiety? Are you dealing with a midlife crisis? Whatever it is. And then because, you have a different positioning, and most likely the people who are connected with you are your ideal client, it's going to be a lot more successful. You're going to have a lot more success, and it's over here, and it's all because of a good ad strategy, bring them into a proper funnel, getting calls booked. We're going to map it out all for you on your free call. Click the link, and we'll see you on that call. Take care.